Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Are you ready to unlock the power of Parrot OS? One of the coolest Linux distros for cybersecurity and ethical hacking, but without the hassle of setting up a virtual machine. Well, you're in the right place. Today I'm going to show you how to install Parrot OS on a Docker container right from your Windows 11 computer. No heavy installs, no extra upload, just quick, clean and efficient. Let's dive in. Okay, so before we jump in, let's quickly talk about why you want to use Docker for something like Parrot OS. First of all, Docker containers are super lightweight. Unlike virtual machines, they don't need a full operating system to run. They use your host system resources. That's mean no bulky installs slowing you down your machine, right? So second, everything runs in a isolated environment. So if you're testing tools or playing around with potential risky commands like me, your main system stays safe. And lastly, Docker makes things ridiculously easy to set up and maintain. One pull, one run, and boom, you are ready to go. Sounds good. All right, let's get started. Here's what you all need to follow along. Number one, a Windows 11 computer with admin rights. Number two, internet access. Obviously, we'll need to download some stuff. Number three, a bit of patience as we set things up. Don't worry though, I'll make it super simple. Okay, first thing first, let's get Docker installed. If you already have a Docker, feel free to skip ahead. Otherwise, here's how to do it. Open your web browser and head to docker.com. Click on Get Docker and download Docker Desktop for Windows. So I'm in here. You can see the website. I have three options: Docker Desktop for Mac, Docker Desktop for Windows, Docker Desktop for Linux. So I'm going to use for my Windows 11 box. So I'm going to download Docker Desktop Windows. So once you click that, you will get two options. The two options second one is beta. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use the first one, Docker Desktop Windows 8664. So everything's there. If you want to read, go ahead and read. I'm going to go ahead with download this one, Docker Desktop for Windows. Now, if you can, in the background, you will see it's downloading. It's like 464 MB. Once it's download, I'm going to open and I'm going to run. I'm going to show you how to run this the setup. So it's going to be very easy, but I'll give you step-by-step process. Okay, you can see I have the Docker Desktop install exe. I'm going to double click this one. It's going to open in a bit. So once it's download, run the installer. During the setup, let me go ahead. So during the setup, make sure you enable the WSL feature. Do you want to replace your current version to Docker 4.4.3 with the new one? Yes, because I already installed the Docker, so it will ask you to update the new version. So I'm going to say yes, but if you install in the first time, it will give you, if don't give anything, just give you the full setup. So now you can see the prepare and the update. Now I want to make sure that, so when you install in the first time, make sure you enable the WSL2 feature. This is super important for Windows 11. Okay, so when the installation is done, open the Docker Desktop. You will know it's running. If you see this title like a whale, you know, the whale icon on your system tray. So it's unpacking, so it's going to install. So once this is done, I'm going to jump in back. So make sure WSL feature is a must. Okay, you can see it's finished. Installation succeeded for 4.35.1. So when I'm going to close, now I'm going to open a command prompt. I'm going to open a command prompt. And now let's make sure the Docker is installed correctly. Open a PowerShell command or command line prompt and type Docker version. VERSION version. Now we can see it will give you a version, a build number, like so. If you see something like the Docker version like this, you all set. Easy, right? That's very easy to run. All right, now the fun part, getting Parrot OS up and running. Let's start by pulling the Docker image. Open the terminal and type this. I'm going to type, oops, yeah, did I type here? So I'm going to type Docker pull, as I told you, pull Parrot sec core. Okay, so we got an error during connect pause, blah 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 images specify. So let's troubleshoot this part. Okay, now the error indicates that the Docker is trying to connect to the Linux container engine, Docker desktop Linux engine, but it's unable to find it. It's typically happens when the Docker is not set to run Linux containers or the configuration is incorrect. Here's how you can troubleshoot and resolve this issue. Step 1, ensure that the Docker desktop is running. Check your system tray, as I told you, like big whale thing in the icon. Check your system tray for the Docker icon, like a little whale, right? Big whale. So if the Docker desktop is not running, start it manually. So I'm going to open, because when I check the system tray, I'm not seeing it's running. So I'm in the background, you can't see it. I'm background. I just went to startup and open the Docker. Okay, I just open it manually, just pop up. Now actually we need to make sure you sign up and sign in to your Docker. Okay, that's also important part. So I'm going to click this one in the background, just pop up, and I'm going to sign in now. And in few minutes, yes, it just jump in to my Docker. I just sign in from the background. Now I'm in my Docker container, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to run it again, the same one, Docker pull. Now you can see it just pulling. So make sure it's running and sign into the account. If you're installing first time, it will give you everything, right? It will install the WSL, it will ask you everything, and after that it will show you, okay, now you need to sign in or sign up account and sign in. So if I'm doing update, I'm just install it again. That's mean the Docker didn't run in the background, so I need to manually open and sign in. Now you can see it just installed. Okay, now once that's done pulling the image, it's time fire it up. So we need to run this command. We're going to type Docker run it name Parrot OS, and we're going to say PRR or Parrot sec core bash. Okay, so let me break it down the real quick. it push the container in interactive mode name Parrot OS just gives you a container name so you can easily find it later. And you can see bash, it's how we get into the terminal. When that's done, you'll see Parrot OS terminal pop up, and congratulations, you're now officially inside the Parrot OS running on a Docker. Now let me open this. You can see Parrot OS, it's running. Congratulations. Okay, I'm going to minimize this, and now you can see, just in case if you didn't know that, when we type the command, we jump into here. That's mean also we are you don't need to open a separate terminal, just the same terminal. If you open, that means you're in the Parrot OS. Congratulations again. Now that we are in, let's do some quick housekeeping. First, update your package list by, we're going to type sudo update, and I'm going to use to upgrade command apt upgrade, sudo update, sudo apt update, sudo we are not going to use sudo. I was in the Raspberry Pi just thinking I'm type sudo. I'm going to do apt update. Yeah, see that when you're in the Raspberry Pi mode, I was doing working with the Raspberry Pi. Now suddenly I'm jumping to this one, Docker, and you don't need to type sudo, that's why. So now I'm going to say apt upgrade, and do you want to continue? I'm going to say yes, and now it's upgrading. So this ensures you are working with the latest tools and packages. From here you can install whatever you need. For example, if you want to install Nmap, just type apt install Nmap. So you don't need to jump into the different container or anything. You can do it from over here. So now if you want to install Nmap, apt install Nmap. You can see after this operation you're going to install, you're going to type Y. Now it's going to install Nmap. So make sure it's not going to something install on your Windows 11 box. So this is totally separate. As I told you, it's installing under our Parrot OS box. Alright, now that we have installed Nmap, let's see in action. For those of you who are new to it, like new to ethical hacking, new to Parrot OS or terminal, if you don't know Nmap stands for network adapter, and it's one of the most powerful tools for network discovery and security auditing. You can use it to scan networks, find open ports, and identify running services on remote machines. So let's dive into some basic example I'm going to show you right now. Okay, let's start with a simple scan of a website. I'm going to use scanme.nmap.org, which is an official testing site provided by the creators of Nmap. You can use it safely, practice your scanning skills, right? So I'm going to type nmap, scanme.nmap.org. Operation not permitted. Okay, so now we have an issue. Oh my goodness, this is good. So we can troubleshoot, right? So now the error operation not permitted suggests that the Parrot OS container is running with restricted permissions, preventing certain system level operations like executing Nmap. So this is a common limitation of a Docker containers when they are not given the required privileges for tools like Nmap, which may need access to raw sockets. So here's how you can resolve this issue. So I'm going to go with the solution 1, right? So I'm going to run with the Docker container with elevated privileges. So I'm going to delete and recreate this container. So it's not a big deal. So delete and recreate it. So what I'm going to do here is, okay, first of all, what I'm going to do is we're going to exit. We're going to type the exit command. We jump into our Windows terminal. Okay, whatever we do, we have to exit the container so we can stop. So we're going to type docker stop Parrot OS. So we stop Parrot OS. Just in case if you don't know how to stop this in the terminal or just figure out, you can also stop from here. You can start from here, from the Docker graphical interface, and you can stop from also here. Okay, if you're in the terminal, you don't need to jump in back and forth. You can do it by in the terminal. Now we need to delete the remove the Parrot OS container. So we're going to type docker rm Parrot OS. Now let me go check back here. You can see it just deleted. Okay, so what we need to do is now we're going to run the Parrot OS container with a privileges flag. So this gives the container additional permissions needed by the tools like Nmap. Okay, now what we need to do here is we need to run docker run. As we can see, we did last time it. Now this time we're going to use privilege, privileged. We're going to put name Parrot OS Parrot sec. We're going to use the core version. We're not going to use the full version as we show in the website security. This version we can install the tools we want, right? So we jump into this again. Now you can see it's very quick, so you don't need to worry about just delete and recreate this one, because this contain all about doing security stuff. So now we're going to type in nmap scan me.nmap.org. Did I command not found? So I typed wrong. Okay, I found out that we didn't install the Nmap because I installed Nmap tool in the previous one, not the new one. So see, same like that. Just thinking about why it's not working, because I know I installed, but I delete and recreate, and I didn't install the Nmap. So we're going to type in apt install Nmap. Apt install Nmap. Why? Apt update. Oh, that's the thing. We need to update. Install. We got confusing. So you need to track, right? Apt upgrade. I'm not going to cut anything. I'm just to show you. This is like daily thing. I don't want to cut and show you whatever happened. So thing like, because we was going a rhythm, install apt update and upgrade and install the Nmap. Suddenly we stuck in something because we did wrong. So we jump in again. It's very quick and install it again. Now we totally forget that we update and upgrade and stuff. So that happened. So now in apt nmap apt install nmap, I can see just installing now. So now you cannot install tools without updating the package, right? Updating the Parrot OS core. You need to, once you install, you need to make sure you apt update, apt upgrade, use those stuff. Then whatever thing you can install and run. Now let's see nmap scan me.nmap.org. Whoo, yes baby. Can see now it's doing the scanning thing. Okay, you can see just finished the nmap thing. Now you can see we can run any commands, anything from this terminal. I'm not going to show you how to hack or how to do investigation for this video, but I'm planning to create more ethical hacking penetration videos for future. Probably not future means going to be very soon, maybe next couple of days, to how to do it from your Windows 11 box with the Windows container, because I already installed the Parrot OS container, so it's easy for me to do some demonstration, do some ethical hacking, password cracking, and do a lot of stuff. So please wait for those videos and I'm going to show you. And this is the how to install the Parrot OS container on the Windows 11 box. I know we went through a bunch of stuff. I believe you have a good idea, good experience, good troubleshooting experience. That's we want, right? Troubleshooting, doing mistakes, it's nothing. So doing mistake also, you learn some from your mistakes. That's also good for learning process. If you found this helpful, do me a favor, just hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. If you got a questions or ideas or for what I should cover next, drop them in the comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy hacking.